start. Could set me neck. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year again, and welcome to Craster. It's quite a pleasant morning, isn't it?
Very pleasant, it's very nice. It's a lovely sea on. It's quite dull. It's just quite nice just standing here, really, isn't it?
It is, it's really
no
pleasant.
wind, so although it is quite cold, the wind chill it's just not there. So yeah, it's hopefully a bit pleasant fishing today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we're about an hour, nearly an hour and a half after high water. It's a small tide today. I think it's about 2.1 ebb or something.
Yeah, very small tide.
So we're hoping that the sea state overrides the poor tide and hopefully pulls something out. It's early January, I think it's fair to say. Certainly going off club results, things have begun to tail off, excuse the pun. So it's going to be a case of dotting around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being realistic, yeah, it's going to be hopefully just finding that odd lone fish. Yeah, we're just fishing in between the shoreline and Mucklecart, Craster here. There's a lot of, I mean, even though the tides are small because it's getting bottlenecked in, you can tell there's a lot of tide moving through, so hopefully we can pull something out.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, hopefully we'll come back to you with a fish.
Very small, whatever it is. What's one of these,
It's the art of the L.
Nice pack of the
Oh yeah.
Yep, first fish. Not what we wanted, but it's a fish.
Right, shifted along from the south end of the car. We'll come and have a crack here. Looks quite good, like there's a lot of movement, so as Gary said earlier, we're just going to keep having a cast about and hopefully locate a fish or two. It's just going to be a day of work in terms of shifting around, but hopefully we can get something. So in terms of rigs today, usual setup, pulley rig with a 100-pound rig body, 60-pound snood, 6-0 on the bottom. And in this instance, I'm using a little circle as the pennel. I'm not putting massive baits on just yet. Rotten bottom, 6-ounce gripper. And one little difference that I've made, which is a little item that Gary introduced to us, actually I'd not seen them before. They're made by Trident, these little figure-of-8 pulley systems. I don't know if you can see that. You sort of put the line through and then back through, and what it does, it doesn't damage the line, but it gives you a little bit more bite detection than just lines sliding straight through a swivel. And you can kind of enhance that further. I have done it on this one, the knot slipped. You can enhance that further by putting a little stop knot next to your top bead. So what it means is when you get a bite, you just need that little bit more tension like that before it'll pull through. And it will pull, as you can see there, it's coming through. It just gives you that little bit more bite detection. And I think for me, with pulleys and bite detection, I've never really had many issues, to be honest. It's more that your main rig body, when it pulls through a swivel, it just coils up and really kinks the line, whereas that's a much smoother system. So it's first time trying them today. They feel like a really solid bit of kit. Hopefully we can put one to the test. Thought I saw a couple of bites before. I thought I'll just quickly wind in. Now I have it. Probably just size. Very light coloured fish. Let's get another bait out. That fish, despite being pretty deeply hooked, doesn't really appear to be bleeding, and it's swimming around quite comfortably in that rock pool. So I'm just going to come over here, some slightly calmer water, and try and give it the best possible chance that I can. It's probably about size, and I am in need of some more cod, but if it can go back, I'd rather put him back. There he is once more. Very light colour, very fresh run. Hopefully he'll go back. Nearly lost the camera there. So a little tip if you're using for your hook lengths or your rig body, any line you use, as I say, my choice is amnesia, because it's very low memory line. So if you run your hands through it, just once, fairly tight, just generate a little bit of heat. And you can see that just goes nice and limp. Because rigs, obviously, when they're in a rig wallet or on a winder or whatever, line mono does have a tendency to kink. So just run your hand through, save yourself a lot of problems.
Yeah, so just going to run through the gear I'm using today. Obviously this mark is very, very heavy ground. It's very unforgiving on gear, so you need to really, really up your tackle. So using the Century Tip Tornado, which is, you know, a strong, powerful rod. I've got a Penn Spin Fisher reel on there, and on there I've got a 108-pound braid straight through. So casting into really heavy kelp here. So the idea with the big heavy braid is as well is the hooks I'm using Mustard Viking hooks. They're the thin wire ones. So if I do get a snag, I can pull on it, and the braid will be actually stronger than the bend on the hook, and you just bend the hooks out, and the hooks should just come straight out. Or that's the theory anyway. So, but we'll see how we'll get on. But yeah, sea's perfect. It's really good. You know, there's no reason why there shouldn't be anything in there. So we're just gonna soldier on and just see if we can get amongst some nice fish. Well. Well, that was definitely a better bite. Sharp pull down, held down, bounced down a few times, and there was no sets of waves coming through. It was quite calm, so it's very confident it was definitely look like a decent bite, but it's normally the case. As soon as you pick the rod up, disappears.
So gear for me today, the usual heavy ground setup, 13'10", Ziplex CHST Evo, 4 to 8 ounces. I've got that paired with me Shimano Aero Technium XSD. It's got 55 pound ASO braid, 80 pound 4-strand rubbing leader. It's just a cheap leader really, just to kind of do all the harder heavy lifting if you like in amongst the kelp. That's tied with a 10-turn uni knot, which you might have seen on a previous video. So this little session is pretty much panned out as we expected really. It is daylight, it's been fairly sunny for a lot of it to be honest. It's been a lovely day to be out, still a nice bit of sea running. We've saved the blank, both of us. Gary had a Coley first chuck, I've managed that codlin, which thankfully has gone back, but other than that, tide's about roughly halfway down now. I don't know if I've just had a little bite or whether I've just done the classic and you think you see something out the corner of your eye. And I think that's what it might have been. But it's been an enjoyable session. Nice to get out, blow the cobwebs away. Don't forget the free giveaway for the pen battle, still very much on. We're almost there to 4,000 subscribers, so thanks again everybody that's continued the support and subscribe to the channel. It really is appreciated, and it'll definitely not be the first giveaway, and I dare say as time goes on I might up the ante in terms of the type of things that we're giving away, so stay tuned. Right, well I think that is going to be the end of the session. Short and sweet, but nice to get out. A couple of fish, nothing massive obviously, but nice to get out all the same. Well, that concludes the end of the session.
Yeah.
And it's been quite canny, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Just a bit of a, oops, get that camera in there correctly. Just a quick short session, just to blow the cobwebs away, and you've been especially lucky on that.
I know,
last caster, haven't you?
Just brought this light. I had a knock on this when I had this out earlier on. It's a good job I didn't really have the fish, because it's managed to, this pulley rig's managed to in fact, where's the bead? Oh, it's there. So it's managed to unclip itself from the bead, and it's only basically sliding on the snood, which obviously that's just going to come just straight out like that. Yeah,
someone's smiling down on you there, aren't
yeah. They? Oh well, never mind.
Oh well, at least we haven't blanked. We knew it was going to be tricky, didn't we? It was nice conditions, but very bright, tiny tide. For a fish, it's been lovely to get back out, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
So that's the end of the session. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.